Hi guys, welcome back to We Gonna Talk About It. It's your girl Kenyatta. How you guys doing? I hope all is well. I hope everybody was blessed today to have a productive day. I hope we all woke up to a beautiful morning and was able to get through the day. So guys, let's get into it. Today's topic is about alpha male and alpha woman. Do you think a relationship could work if it's an alpha male, alpha woman, or even vice versa? If the woman is alpha woman and the man is alpha male. Well, somebody asked me to talk about it, so I have to be honest because that's what this show is all about. Being honest, giving my honest opinion, and I want you guys to do it too. Chime in, drop comments, drop things that you believe about a relationship between those two kind of people. So what I think is this: I think just in general relationships take work, just in general. Okay. Marriage, baby mama baby father situation, living together, all of these things take work. I believe, I don't think it's something that is ever easy. You're dealing with two people with two different characteristics, and then they're trying to become one as a unit in some aspect, whether it's being parents, whether it's being boyfriend girlfriend, whether it's being husband and wife. These things are hard in itself. An alpha male and an alpha woman, unless they truly love each other and they are willing to compromise, then it will work, I believe. If neither one is willing to compromise, the two alphas, it's not going to work. You have to be willing to compromise. That's what this stuff is all about, guys. I'm sorry. If somebody tells you that marriage is not about compromising, relationships not about compromising, parenting is not about compromising with one of each other, then they're lying. Um, all of these things take work and take compromise because, like I said, it's two different people. Okay. But I believe this: if you know that your mate from the beginning, when you first meet them, is alpha male and you are alpha woman, you might want to consider getting into that relationship. um is it worth it? Because once you put the time and the effort into the relationship, do you really want to stop at that point when you get, like, say a year or two, say y'all go that far, a year or two, and then now you like, oh, this is not working, he just too headstrong, she's too headstrong, we bumping heads all the time, we clashing. Do you want to wait until it gets down the line like that? Yeah. I wouldn't, me personally, I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to waste my time, only because, like I said, I know this person is like that. And if we talking about these things and I'm saying, like, I want to know how you feel about this, and we're talking and you're telling me, like, no, I'm not willing to compromise, these are the things that is a deal breaker for me, then you need to decide if you want to really be with that person. Okay. Especially when both are alphas, it is very hard, honey. It is hard, like I said, with just two, without the alpha in there. So once you put the alpha in there, ooh, baby, that's a lot. That's a lot. And are you willing to do all that work? Like, are you willing to do all that work? You gotta really love that person. I'm just serious. And like I said, if I knew that I was like, I'm not an alpha woman. For an example, I'm not an alpha woman. I don't believe that at all. Um, Now, do my husband believe different? I don't know. I never asked him that, but I know personally I'm not an alpha woman. Am I bossy? Yeah, I'm bossy, but I'm not an alpha woman. Um, my husband, I believe, is an alpha man. But I'm gonna tell you this. I believe women sometimes get things confused. They think when they're dating, and then a man says he wants to get married, they think that, oh, okay, I'm gonna change him, I'm gonna change this person. uh Doesn't work like that. You can't change people's character. That's not how that works. If that person is an alpha, they're alpha. They're not going to change. Okay. Compromise is one thing. You know, anybody could sit down and be rational and compromise if they're willing to do that. But you cannot change an alpha into something else. They're just like that by nature. Okay. And you cannot change them. Um, I believe I do more of the bending. The reason why is because, like I said, he's the alpha. I'm not, so I'm more willing to bend in certain areas. And then that's where the compromise comes in. When your alpha sees that you're willing to bend, they might be willing to compromise too. That's called a union, guys. That's just what that is. You know, it is not easy being in a relationship. It's just not. I mean, people want to say it's peaches and cream, but it ain't. It's just not. I don't know nobody that I talk to that says different. Like, you're gonna argue, you're gonna curse each other out, you're gonna do those things, especially if you live together. And I believe this too, guys. I believe people should always do things backwards. Don't come for me. This is what I believe, my opinion. You know how our grandparents and parents, they will say, oh, before you get married, you need to court that person. While you courting that person, you might not want to have sex with them. While you're doing this, it's always rules to it. Don't have a baby with them until you're wed. Guess what? I did all those things backwards, all of them. And I'm being honest with you. I'm glad that I did, because I felt like this. Say you dating somebody, you don't live with them, but the man asks you to marry him, you're gonna marry him, and then, like, you don't even know what it's like to live with him. So why would you marry somebody that you don't even know what it's like to live with? You need to live with that person first, I believe. Live with the man first, live with the woman first. You know, then you be like, okay, if you can't live with that person, you can't marry them. So live with each other first. Yes, I said it. Live with them first, and then decide if you want to get married. Decide if you want to have a baby. I'm sorry, if you can't live with them, you can't marry them. You can't have no children with them. I'm a believer of that. Like I said, I did everything backwards, and I don't regret it. You know, back in the days, things was different. So where our grandparents courted their men, and they would pick them up at the house and meet the mother. That not saying anything is wrong with that. It's good. It's a blessing to get those things done. But if you didn't and you did it the other way, there's nothing wrong with that neither. What I'm saying is this, guys: don't think that you can change somebody from being an alpha. You can't, whether it's a woman or whether it's a man. You cannot change somebody's character just because you are living with them or because you're married to them. You can't. That is that person's makeup. And I truly believe that that's their makeup. If you don't like the way that person is, or how they conduct themselves, or what their beliefs are, you need to leave them from the beginning. From the beginning, unless you have time to waste. If you have time to waste, then you do that. Okay. And I'm not telling nobody leave your man, leave your husband. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you're dating somebody, you know what kind of character they have while you're dating them. You can tell what kind of alpha they are by asking questions, being around that person. You could tell if those things that they are saying are stimulating you. If they are not stimulating you in a positive way, then baby, you need to think about that. You need to think about that, because this is the person that you saying is going to be your person. And if that person is going to be your person, do you really want to be like, oh, okay, well, I marry him now and he's an alpha, he too headstrong, I'm headstrong, and y'all bumping heads all the time? Mm-mm. Don't do it. It's just too much. It's too much. Life in itself is a journey with many issues and problems and hurdles. You want that hurdle in your house? You know what I'm saying? You gotta, think. Is it all worth it? Like I said, if you in love with that person now, people believe in love at first sight. I do believe that. I believe that. I believe you can fall in love with somebody by first sight. I do believe that. I believe in love. Love is a powerful thing. And when two people love each other, they are willing to make certain sacrifices. If you truly love each other, you make the sacrifices that are needed for this relationship to succeed, to, you know, go further. But if that alpha male and woman is not willing to do that, do you really love each other? Do you really care about each other? Is it really of great importance that you guys um get married? It's just something to think about, guys. So what do you think? Do you think two people that are alpha male and alpha woman can actually have a successful union? Do you believe that? Do you believe that it's fair for one or the other to change their character to meet the other person's standards? Do you believe that? Do you believe it's okay for two people or one person to compromise more than the other? I don't see anything wrong with any of those three things, to tell you the truth, guys. Like I said, I do most of the compromising. That's me. You know, um, I believe it's necessary. Like I said, when you're dealing with an alpha, they are very headstrong. And it's hard to get in those people's head. But what I believe is this. Sometimes also, guys, we have to let people think about things and settle, like, just for instance, an example. You're dealing with an alpha male, the woman is an alpha male. You guys discuss something that's both bothering you. And the woman, even though she's an alpha woman, she feels like, oh, okay, I think I could, I could compromise, I could do this different. But the guy is still saying no. Give him some time. Sometimes people need to sit with things a little while. Okay? Believe me, it works. Sometimes people need to sit with things for a little while. Sometimes everybody is not quick to give you a resolution or an answer. Let that person sleep on it. Sometimes sleeping on things is the best thing you could ever do, guys. Seriously. It gives you time to think about what was said, what was asked of you, you know? And if you truly want to do this, whatever's asked, you know what I'm saying? Sit with it. Be patient. We need to be more patient. Not everybody's quick to give a resolution, like I said, or a direct answer. Sometimes we answer too quick and the wrong things come out our mouth. So I believe that these are some of the things that we should think about when we're dealing with alpha male and alpha woman. Okay. And women, I'm not saying it always has to be you to be the compromiser. It just depends how you feel about that individual situation. Okay. This is my opinion. And like I said, I'm okay with certain things to compromise on. Things that I'm not going to compromise on, I'm not doing it. It's just that simple. But if it's something that I feel like I can compromise on, I'm going to do it. Because sometimes the one that's willing to compromise is the leader. Okay? Remember that. Sometimes the person that's willing to compromise is the one that is actually leading the relationship. But the other person might need to think that they are. Think about it, ladies. You know, um, I believe every male wants to be the alpha of their relationship. I believe it, men. Don't come for me. Y'all always want to be in control of things. And sometimes women, we need to sit back and just let them think that. Yeah, it's okay. You can let them think that. There's ways to get around certain things. You have to learn how to do that with your mate. Okay? So this is our topic, guys. Drop comments. I want to hear this. Can two alphas make it? My girl asked me to ask my peoples, and I'm asking my peoples. Can they be a successful union? And what is it going to take for two alphas to be a successful union? Guys, it's your girl Kenyatta on We Gonna Talk About It. I love you guys so much. And I thank you so much for watching. It does not go unnoticed. I appreciate all my subscribers. We have 103 people in our community. I'm so happy to say that. We are over 34,000 views all together, all the videos, okay? I want to make sure I'm being transparent with you guys. I love that. I want you guys to continue doing that. Continue liking, continue subscribing. We want to become a big united family. And like I said, only good people I want on my side to be my peoples. This is what I want. I just want to talk to my peoples and talk about things that's real. Does anybody do real talk anymore? Does anybody tell the truth anymore? I just want to be as transparent as possible, tell the truth. Like I want to hear what you guys have to think, what you guys think, what you guys are doing in your life. Help me too. Like I want suggestions. I come on here asking guys, am I going crazy? Like, am I acting out? I'm always asking you guys that. Am I over exaggerating? Because sometimes you need other people's opinions. All right, guys, this is our talk for this evening. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that Kenyatta dropping gems over here. I love you guys. Peace out. It's real on this side.